Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-da.
Wait, we've already done The Odd Couple.
Wait, I'm getting some deja vu. How about you, my friend?
Deja vu all over again.
It's time to sitcom my face. I'm Jay. That's Nick. And yes, it is time to revisit kind of a show we've covered way back, I think, like episode 2 or 3. This was an early one for us.
Yep. But you know what? We've updated it a bit. It's not The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
The New Odd Couple.
Yes, the new Odd Couple, not to be confused with the newest Odd Couple or the female Odd Couple or the cartoon Odd Couple or any other variation.
Odd Couple that you've
Is this the franchise that's been milked even more than fucking Marvel by this point? The Odd
I think
Couple.
so.
Jesus.
Yeah, hold on a second. When did the last iteration end? Yeah, I think it's about time for a newest Odd Couple.
This was only 7 years after the previous one ended, so
yep.
The new Odd Couple, also known back in its day as the Black Odd Couple.
Correct.
We're all familiar with now race-swapping characters. That was going way back into the 80s at this point. Now, this ran for only 18 episodes, one season, not even as many episodes as most television seasons back then. 1982 to 83 on ABC.
Yes, where the other Odd Couple had already ran.
As we mentioned, it literally ended 7 years prior to this. And did you read up anything about the birth of this show and how it came to be?
No, I didn't get a chance to really dive too much into it, but I know that, this is another Gary Marshall production, as he did the original Odd Couple. But
yeah, so this was a show born out of desperation. 1981, huge writer's strike.
Oh.
So what happens? They go, fuck, we don't have anything to put on our TV and we can't hire any writers. Hey, wait, we just had a really successful show end 7 years ago and those scripts are just laying around. They literally took the old scripts
and just
doctored them just a little bit and remade the show.
Yeah, doctored them a little bit. Yeah, get someone to jazz up the already great theme song, and then let her rip.
There were only 3 new scripts written for this show of the 18 episodes. The other 15 were rehashed, reused scripts from the original Odd Couple run.
I totally believe it.
That is crazy, including the pilot, obviously, which is the tax episode.
Yes, the Ides of April.
So, yeah, the new cast, who'd they decide to go with this time?
Well, this time, Oscar Madison was played by the late Damon Wilson. So this also acts as a bit of a sitcom my grave for Damon, being that he...
Well, you might as well for Ron Glass, too, because he also died in 2016, so...
True, yes, but that's been 10 years.
Well, what the fuck? You're only gonna remember one of them, dude? What the fuck?
No. I love Ron Glass. Yeah. Like I know what you will. I purchased the series, and I believe you already, because you were the one that let me in on it. But Barney Miller was one of my favorites back in the day, and Ron Glass was a big part of that.
Yeah, interesting casting. They had, I think, done 2 episodes I've seen together of Sanford and Son, where Ron Glass was a guest star.
Correct.
Yes, Damon Wilson, for those not familiar, was the son of Sanford and Son and had a great run on there. He had, I think he did a show in between this and that had also not done well and got canceled, though.
No, actually, right before New Odd Couple, there was a series called Baby, I'm Back. And, that apparently wasn't back for too long.
Yeah.
It was back for 12 episodes, and that was it.
On second thought, baby, I'm leaving.
Yes.
I don't mind the performances given the fact that they really didn't change the scripts to rewrite it for an urban, cast, as they so put it.
Correct. But I will say this. To me, there's a definitive difference between the two actors and the performance they're giving, though. I think, I don't know, there was something about Damon Wilson's performance back on Sanford and Son, like almost like he was a little more protective of Red Fox as a father. Like you felt that. While this one as Oscar Madison,
well, they're adversarial on the show. They're not father and son. It's different.
No. I understand that, but at the same point, yeah, it seemed he was more fit, a better fit in Sanford and Son, I think, than as Oscar on this show. Like, again, he's doing the lines of Oscar. He's doing the mannerisms of Oscar, but there was something like a definite. Like, if you look back at the Klugman interpretation of Oscar, that was just so much better. Or the Walter Matthau in the movie.
Wait, you're saying he was a better fit for the part that was written for him instead of the part that was written for an older white man? That's crazy talk, Nick.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
What the fuck are you talking about? That is crazy talk.
But I will say Ron Glass actually fit very well as Felix.
He's literally doing an impersonation of Tony Randall, it feels like.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can tell he's actually giving it his all on this one. Like, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's actually into, well, it's almost like, I don't know if it was, he wasn't into it or I couldn't tell what, but Damon didn't seem to fit Oscar as well as Ron fit Felix.
Yeah, well, I saw an interview with Winifred Hervey. If you remember, we talked about her on the Steve Harvey Show episode. She was like the creator of the Steve Harvey Show, but she also wrote on many great sitcoms, including The Cosby Show, Benson, The Golden Girls, all kinds of stuff. I think Mork and Mindy, even Laverne and Shirley, I think she had a credit on. So she's been around a long time, but she was brought onto this show as one of the black writers that was like, hey, even though you can't really write, she was actually credited as a story editor because you're literally editing someone else's script to.
Yeah.
Also, we should say this is one of the rare shows where you can't really watch much of it. Like, there's really just a couple blocks that are on YouTube that people have preserved.
Yes. Yeah. And as you probably saw, some of those blocks, they were kind of incomplete. Like there were 2 or 3 episodes that, well, I didn't get to see how the episode ended because
the first act would be missing or something. The commercial.
Yeah, it's like, wait, are we actually in the new episode or are we still in the old? No, I guess we're in a new one. All right.
Not to mention the very poor quality on some of them.
Yes. Although, I'm guessing we were watching probably the same video. Like I did dig some of the retro commercials.
Those were fun. Yeah, 1982 commercials. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, they were playing some of also, like the 1982 commercials and actually even some earlier commercials too. Of course, they did one of the classic ones, the Oscar Mayer Bologna. Then they had also Lady Clairol with women from space or some weird, but like blondes from space because the new Lady Clairol, hair coloring or whatever. It's like blonde is not just blonde.
This title also makes it very annoying to search for anything about this show on YouTube because you're typing in the new Odd Couple and all I'm seeing is fucking Matthew Perry's face popping up. Like, no, not that one.
Right. Not the newest Odd Couple, but
God, they should have just called it that, the newest Odd Couple. And then the
or
people
just
after
Odd
on the
Couple
next
20 one. Whatever,
Then the people who make the next version are like, what the fuck are we going to call this thing? They called it the new Odd Couple, the newest Odd Couple. Odd Couple today, like the Munsters today.
That's funny you mentioned that. As Murray from the show, played by John Schuck, who has like a bunch of acting credits, a lot of one-offs, like in like sitcoms and such. Well, John Schuck also played Herman Munster in Munsters Today.
The best version of the Munsters, right, Nick?
Right. Oh, second only to that. What's his name?
Rob Zombie shit.
Rob Zombie.
Well, funny too, because you remember who played Murray in the original series?
Yes, Al Molinaro, who was Al from Happy Days.
Happy Days. They actually tried to get him back for this new version.
Really? Okay.
But he was contractually obligated to another sitcom at the time and couldn't reprise the role. Do you know what sitcom he was doing at this time in 1982?
I'm going to say Joni Loves Chachi.
Absolutely. He was on Joni Loves Chachi, which also only lasted one season.
Yeah. I'm sure he would have rather have been back here than Joni Loves Chachi. Well, we'll get to that one at some point.
Well, it is weird, too, that they're like, hey, let's recast the leads, but maybe we can keep a little continuity with this other character.
Right.
Which would have made more sense if this odd couple wasn't Felix and Oscar, if it was like a different roommate couple in the fucking neighborhood. Yeah, but to have that character be the same would have been weird.
They could have given them different names. They could have given them different names. They could have given Murray a different name. They could have, well, what do you call it? The Pigeon Sisters. They could have given them different names. It's like, but no. What do you call it? I love the fact of Oscar's assistant, Liz Torres, playing Maria. She also was Teresa, the person that took over once Mike and Gloria left on the All in the Family.
Oh, right. Well, I was talking about Joe Marie Payton because she's on the show with Thelma Hopkins, who we've discussed before.
Correct.
Who later on, both of them, of course, went on to star together in Family Matters.
Correct.
They played sisters. And yes. I think was Thelma on here, I think might have been Felix's ex. Is that what it was?
Yes, Francis, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we talked about Thelma on the Partners episode because she played Martin Lawrence's mom on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you like also the guest on the pilot episode?
Yes. Oh, Esther Raleigh? Yeah.
Yes.
Florida Evans.
It would have been so great if she had to go through Oscar's paperwork and went, damn.
Yeah, it was nice to see her in something else. I still think about that weird cameo of hers in Cape Fear, though. That always blows my mind.
Yeah, that is odd.
But yeah, I was very happy to see her on here. There was a couple of little people walk in and out. You go, I recognize them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I will say though, like the way the two main characters were portrayed in that, like, yeah, it was like almost for Oscar, it's just like, okay, just stick a cigar in his mouth all the time, basically. Put on his baseball cap backwards. Again, Klugman did do that, but not all the time. It's just,
I also noticed this when we watched the original, and it's also present here because it's the same scripts. They do a thing that irritates the piss out of me, Nick. Can you figure out what I'm talking about, Nick? Nick, guess what I'm thinking of, Nick. Nick, I need you to guess what I'm thinking of. What the thing I hate the most in shows like this, Nick. Can you tell me, Nick?
Let's see. Tropes? No.
It's where they say the other character's fucking name every sentence, Nick.
Oh, true.
Every fucking sentence.
I will say, this one also bothered me for the fact of Oscar calling Felix Feel all the time. Which like, he kept calling him Feel. I'm like, Feel? Like, when Klugman did the role, it was Felix. Yes, okay, yeah, using the character's name, but at least you're using the character's name, not.
Like, this drove me insane, even in just these couple episodes. And I'm going, I wonder if I picked up on that in the original and didn't even think about it why I was being so fucking annoyed. But Felix especially, he says Oscar in every fucking sentence.
Yeah, and like I know, like one of the bits that would be like, you know, an ongoing bit on the original Odd Couple, which I remember once them doing in this show, was Oscar.
That's different. I'll even forgive that. But when you're like, there was a scene where they're in the kitchen and they're sitting at the table talking, and I'm not kidding. There was 15 sentences in a row, and each sentence they said each other's name.
Yeah.
And it didn't fucking need to be there. It'd be in the middle of a sentence. Where'd you get that stain on your shirt, Oscar? Oh, Felix, this stain right here, Felix, I got from the. And he's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You don't have to keep. Like, you don't have to read the character's name each time off the script.
Oh my fuck. Yeah, it was driving me nuts.
Yeah,
but I have picked that up in other shows over the years. I can't think of any examples right now, but I do go, maybe in a pilot you would do that so the audience could remember the names you're really pounding the name in. But
or for a couple of episodes, like, just to get, like you said, people used to the character names.
And also, this is already the third or fourth iteration of the Odd Couple. We know their fucking names.
Right.
There's already been a Broadway show, a movie, another TV series, and now you're on the fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Yeah. That's just a pet peeve of mine.
No, understood. Because, as you said, like, they're roommates. You would think that they should have that casual relationship of, you know what, maybe Felix, because he's more, proper, may say, like, address Oscar a little more, like, or to emphasize Oscar, like that type of thing, just like the Oscar. But yeah, Oscar, like, other than when he's annoyed, or Felix, I'm gonna shoot, like that type of thing, like Klugman would always, like, but.
Also, if there was even a third person in the room, it would make more sense because you're like, oh, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you. There's only ever two people in the fucking room. So it's like,
right. The only two characters in that apartment.
It's the Odd Couple, not the Odd Thruple. Oh my God, that's the next reboot we do, the Odd Thruple.
The Odd Thruple.
And then you'll have a reason to say their fucking name every sentence because you'll have a third person in the fucking room.
So the third one, is that Fosker or Olix?
Nope. It's got to be a chick, dude. It's got to be a Japanese chick. You got to race flip again. So.
Oh, there we go. But yeah, like I didn't even it didn't even hit me until you brought it up. It's like, shit, they did do that a lot. Yeah.
It does make me want to go back and watch some of the older ones and go, is it in there too? Is that one of the things that was like jabbing me in the temple about it? That was like, what the fuck what's the thing that's pissing me off?
You know what? And I almost want to also go back to the original ones. One, to see if more of the episodes are available. And number two, just to watch more of the episodes, because what did we do? 3-4 episodes back? Because this was when we started our pod and we tried to pick.
We just tried to watch the same ones. I think we were trying to do 10 or something, but we would watch the same ones. Whereas now, I think it helps us cover the shows a little better, that we kind of pick and choose our own to our own interests. And that way you can kind of fill in gaps that I missed and I can kind of fill in gaps you missed. So I do like that we do that now.
Yeah, I actually enjoy that more because, like, it's like, oh, no, I missed that episode. Okay, now I want to go back and watch that particular episode because you brought something up.
Actually, I think the first couple, what we did was we found like a list of like the 10 best episodes. Isn't that what we were doing? Yeah.
Yes, and then we would just choose a few to watch. And it's like, oh, okay, this is like for the original Odd Couple, one of the ones that's always at the top is the password episode. So it's like, oh, okay, so we'll watch that, this, and this. All right. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't think we got a real feel for the original show. And I know you were annoyed more by the character of Felix.
And that's funny because like I love Tony Randall and like Gremlins 2. His character in there's one of my favorites. But that fucking character just got, especially in that one, even more than this one. In that one, you really just feel like leave fucking Oscar alone. He's just trying to relax and have a good fucking time. And Felix is just up his ass so much. In this one, I feel like Oscar is almost more lazy and it's a little more warranted. And Ron Glass plays him a little less like in your face.
For Felix. Yeah. For Felix, definitely, you know what? He played a more chill Felix. Not as, like you said, not up in his grill all the time. Like, it's like, oh, yeah. Like, and like, yeah, just like, also a bit smoother, like this Felix.
Yeah, with Klugman, like he was just hanging out and Felix would come in his fucking room and be in his face about bullshit. And you're like, leave him the fuck alone, bro. Whereas this one, I almost felt like he was a little more warranted because he wasn't as aggressive about it.
Right. Agreed.
Well, and it is sad because you do, like we've said, we like both those actors in this remake. So you do, and Winifred said it in her interview too. It's like they felt shortchanged because we're almost forcing them to play these characters these two white guys popularized because we have to use the same scripts. We're not really able to change the scripts.
Yeah, we're not updating the scripts. We're just like basically taking the same script and just changing the actors and like, okay, a different like different race, but we're putting them in the same exact like if they had also maybe changed the locale, I think that might have also helped things out. Maybe
put them in Chicago or something.
Exactly, put it in Chicago, put it in LA, put it somewhere else that you still have a bustling, like, city life type of thing. But at the same point, it doesn't have to be necessarily New York because now you're trying to do apples to apples or apples to big apples.
Again, that goes back to if you had just changed the characters' names.
That would have helped greatly.
It would have helped a lot, yeah.
Yeah, they wanted, I guess, due to the writer's strike, they wanted to make it as easy as possible for them. So they just left everything as is.
Yes. And again, this is a strange thing where I don't know if we've covered a show that was so born out of like, we need to air something. Like, there's a writer's strike going on. We need something to put on the fucking air. Let's just redo this show as a black sitcom.
Right.
And they said it was.
I if they had adjusted it, like again, new character names, maybe a different locale, but the same basis of things, I would have been all for that, and and that would have been cool. But
had you seen this before?
You know what? Back in the 80s, I probably saw a couple of episodes, but had no memory because. It's like I had seen the original one so many times because it was always in syndication over here.
Well, and that was another thing she said, Winifred Hervey said that hurt the show. So the original show was so popular in reruns already.
Yep.
That you're reusing the scripts, but you're also able to see like the same day that same thing in reruns.
Yeah, the same exact episode.
Yeah, it's not like the 50s where, there weren't rerunning shows all the time where they might forget an I Love Lucy episode. And if she does it again on the Lucy show in the 60s, you don't remember, It might be interesting to watch the episodes they did back to back with the originals and see what little differences in performance and, references. Like they said, I think the only thing they changed in the pilot was literally the Annie reference.
Oh,
I think because he said in the original pilot there was some other Broadway show they referenced that was out of date by then, and Annie was the biggest Broadway show in 1982.
At that time, yeah.
So they just changed like the title to Annie, and then his follow-up joke is like Annie, and he goes, "Oh, I like the dog" or something. And that was like that was all they changed in the whole fucking episode.
Right.
Like what?
Now the funny thing to think about at that point, was Sarah Jessica Parker still Annie at that point?
Was she Annie on Broadway?
Yeah, she was nice. One of the original Annies. Yeah, in fact, I used to love Letterman. Yeah, back in the day, like also his original night show, like nightly show, and one of the episodes Late night with David Letterman on NBC, and on one of the episodes, he had Sarah Jessica Parker on, and he's like, "Can you sing, Tomorrow for us?" So she goes up to sing Tomorrow, and all of a sudden the dog Sandy comes out, and and she's trying to keep from laughing, and then all of a sudden, Letterman's crew lets out a whole bunch of dogs onto the stage. So now she's just like.
What a missed opportunity to name the Annie dog Sarah Jessica Barker.
Oh, and that would be totally up the Letterman.
Sarah Jessica Parker meet Sarah Jessica Barker. I wonder how long that strike lasted too. Like, did it last through the entire cancellation of the show?
You know what? That's a good question.
Could they produce 3 episodes if the strike was still going on? I don't know.
Hey, maybe we should do an episode about writer strikes
and how it affected television.
And how it affected TV at each point.
Well, yeah, because I would also like to know what other shows were affected by that strike at this time. Because I bet you there were, big shows that were in season 7 or something at that point. We're like, fuck, what do we do?
There were definitely big sitcoms at the time.
And do they just hire writers who are like non-union at that point? Because then you're a scab. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I don't know what the way around things, or were they just showing reruns basically?
Yeah.
At that point of like the shows that weren't canceled shows, like the ones that like they still were going to make another season of.
And think about the way, like, the last writer's strike and actor strike we just had a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't feel like it affected viewers much because the way we consume media is so different. There's a million and one things you can watch on streaming. Everyone has a backlog of bullshit on their watch list they're never going to get to.
Exactly.
Like, I don't watch shows live. I haven't watched live TV in fucking, God, must be 15 years, I feel like.
Yeah. For me, when I was a kid, you had a very limited amount of channels, and Fox wasn't a thing yet when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then then we started. Okay, you got cable TV. All right. Okay, then you got first it was Betamax, and then VHS was around. Then you had a couple of extra channels. You had Fox. You had was it UPN at the time, or I forget, and CW. I forget what they were each called at the beginning.
Stop fucking spelling at me, Nick.
I'll spell at you and you'll like it.
When was the last time you were excited about appointment television? I can't remember the last fucking time.
I don't remember. I'm trying to think of what was the last sitcom that I got to watch,
the finale
exactly. A big finale. I'm trying to even think of for regular shows, there was one show that I had been watching, it started on, I think, Sci-Fi, and then made its way for the last season on to, I think it was USA, Resident Alien.
Mm-hmm. Heard of it. Heard it was good.
Oh, It was really good. Really
That's
good.
Alan
Really.
Tudyk, or whatever his name. What's his name?
Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's special. He's got two. But anyway.
Out.
Well, he was an alien, so. In fact, that for maybe next season, that's one we could do, because that was freaking funny.
That reminds me of that old stupid joke with the like grade school. It'd be like the alien. He's like, "Oh my god, I want to know so much about you. Like, how do you guys, greet each other?" He's like, Zzz, "Oh my god, like, if you say that, use that for hello. How do you say goodbye?" Zzz, he asks them all these fucking questions. How do you guys have sex? Zzz, zzz, he fucking goes. Oh god. Yeah. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, so the jokes I remember when I was a kid, it's like spell I cup. ICUP. Really?
Oh, look down your shirt and spell attic. ATTIC.
There you go.
He's spelling at me again.
Damn it!
We fucking talked about this, Nick.
Hey, you spelled at me.
Nick.
You spelled back at me.
I gotta say your name every sentence. Nick, stop spelling at me, Nick.
Okay, JJ. But yeah, back to the show.
You can't. The show is just canceled.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. Overall, it was good, not great, but at the same point, yeah, like it's just they're going with recycled material.
Yeah, it really does make me want to research other shows, like not only this time frame, but shows born of a similar desperation. Because I bet you there has to be a few that were successful in that matter too.
It's quite possible. Like, you know what? I was actually in doing a little research on this one. Apparently, when the Odd Couple had aired, like the original Odd Couple, not the movie, not the Broadway play, but
the third version of the original.
Yeah, the TV series, there was another sitcom which also premiered the same day as the original Odd Couple, also based on a Neil Simon play.
Yeah,
Barefoot in the Park.
Which also had a black remake.
Yes.
Yes.
So, again, irony.
I've never seen that show or heard of that play, but I did.
I know of the play, but I never saw the show itself.
I did see they also had a black remake that failed miserably.
Mm-hmm.
And again, fuck, that would be a great season at some point. A fucking race swapped remakes of shit. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
because I'm sure there are many out there.
Thinking of that.
What's that? We'll be surprised at.
Just thinking of that upcoming Pink Panther remake. I love Peter Sellers as Clouseau.
Yes.
Steve Martin, I didn't mind. He did his own thing with it. I was fine.
It was definitely its own thing, but I think I was just the writing.
Here's the difference. Here's what makes me upset or not upset. Peter Sellers was dead. You weren't going to be able to do a new version with Peter Sellers. He's gone. If you're going to do it, you could do worse than Steve Martin. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if anybody else was announced as a new Clouseau in a black race swap version of the Pink Panther, I'd probably be like, what the fuck? But it's Eddie Murphy. And I love Eddie Murphy.
And that's the thing. And he's done race swapped movies before.
The Nutty Professor.
Dr. Dolittle.
The Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor. Yeah, it's like, so he's already got experience with this type of thing, and where they modified the original rather than just going here, Eddie, just read the script from the original. Here, that's all we're gonna do. It wouldn't be good. Like as great
exactly.
as Eddie Murphy
if he tried to do the fucking original Nutty Professor, God, no.
But I'll say I love his Nutty Professor better than the Jerry Lewis one.
It's a fucking fun ass movie. Even the sequel is fun.
Yeah.
But the interview I saw where he was talking about the Pink Panther thing, he's talking to El Roker, and I don't know if he was joking or not, but he goes, El Roker goes, "You're gonna be French in this?" And he goes, "I'm thinking Haitian."
Oh.
And you go, okay, like you.
All right, yeah, because
something?
you do have the French accent but from the Haitian. Mm-hmm.
Which could work. It's Eddie Murphy, so he's done some bad movies. I wouldn't say they're his fault necessarily. He's usually trying his hardest, even in his bad movies. But I'm not going to sit back and tell you Daddy Daycare is a good fucking movie. And I'm not going to do that.
Or The Adventures of Pluto Nash, or
Pluto Nash, or Meet Dave. What was that? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Meet Dave, and what was it? Norbit.
People do love Norbit. I don't know why.
Yeah,
some people do love Norbit.
It made money. That movie actually made money.
The Haunted Mansion, not for me, but people love it. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what he does. But again, that's the difference for me is if you wanted to remake The Odd Couple only 7 years after The Odd Couple, the two guys who made it what it is were around and working. They even did sequels after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do a movie or a series after?
What the hell?
Was it a TV movie they did?
It might have been a TV movie.
Because then even on top of all that, years later, they do a sequel to the movie again with Lemon and Mathau.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did movie with Lemon and Mathau, not to even say the other movies with Lennon and Mathau where you were comparing anyway too, like Grumpy Old Men, Grumpier Old Men.
Well, I think the success of Grumpy Old Men was like, hey, these guys still got it, and that's when they did Odd Couple 2, which I don't think Odd Couple 2 did great, but it's still fun to see them together no matter what,
Exactly. They had always such chemistry, the two of them.
Was it Going Overboard? Was stupid, but
is that the name? Going Overboard?
Is that overboard? Going something like that? Out to sea?
Yeah.
Was it Out to Sea?
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I know it was boat based, but
I think Going Overboard was the Adam Sandler one.
Okay, and Overboard was the Kurt Russell Goldie Hawn one.
Right. I think it might have been Out to Sea is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But who didn't love seeing those two together?
Mm-hmm.
You know what would be funny? You know what would be the ultimate success story for a show like this? If Ron Glass and Damon were still alive and they rebooted a movie version now with them. That maybe they could have had a redemption arc.
And they took the if there was a TV movie thing, they just took the script of that.
Wait, is almost every version of Oscar and Felix are dead now, except for Thomas Lennon, right?
Yeah, look out, Thomas.
Wow, Thomas Lennon from the newest one is the only one still alive, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because Matthew Perry passed. So
fuck.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking touch Thomas Lennon, goddamn it!
No.
We need 911 until
Lennon.
The day I die. So.
And I know he was also one of the people that helped present for the Walk of Fame star for Weird Al Yankovic, like they're friends.
So I mean, this is the start of our new season, our 5th season.
I believe so.
We didn't really mention. So this season, the goal, the idea, is to do all sequels and reboots, spin-offs of shows we've already covered.
Correct.
So this is the kickoff, the new Odd Couple. I mean, if you really wanted, we could do Odd Couple some point later in the season and do the newest Odd Couple. But
exactly.
We kind of kicked around ideas in the last episode about other possibilities. Archie Bunker's Place. Yep. Spin-offs of, the Golden Girls that are still laying around, stuff like that. Even Joey. Spin-off of Friends. So if there's anything in particular that we've covered that you want to see a spin-off or reboot discussed, please do let us know in the comments below.
Except Night Court, because we actually did a boot that reboot, and we did also that 90s
We could
show.
cover the show in its entirety now that it's over, though, at some point, but I'm in no rush, I'll tell you that.
No rush whatsoever. But yeah,
actually, even that 90s show has been canceled too. So
yeah,
same episode we discussed.
Yeah, there's there's a lot that we can grab from, because a lot of these shows had All in the Family. How many things spun off from that, and how many things spun off from the spinoffs?
Oh my god, I was editing our last episode where we talked about Rob Reiner.
Yes.
And you mentioned something about, we were talking about Misery, and you were like, I think Rob Reiner is the greatest adapter of Stephen King novels in the history of film. And as I was editing it, I was thinking, I was like, you know who the worst adapter of Stephen King novels to film is?
Stephen King.
Stephen fucking King, dude.
Yep. Yeah. Oh no, please. I remember the teaser trailer thing.
Maximum Overdrive.
You got it. I'm gonna scare the hell out of you. Well, yeah, I don't know, Steve. Maybe the way you look is scaring the hell out of me, but yeah, that one did not scare the hell out of me. That actually made me laugh.
The cocaine was on overdrive on that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, maximum, yeah.
Even to the point where he goes, all those years, he goes, I hate Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I'm going to do my version. That was one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen, was that TV version. I don't think he directed it, but I think he had control of it.
Right. Yeah, I think he definitely had creative control over it. Versus,
and you know who's going to play Jack Torrance? Steven Weber from fucking Wings. What?
Hey, he had to reach into the sitcoms, because I remember his version of the Stand years ago on ABC had a freaking Dauber from Coach,
who the kids now know as fucking Patrick from SpongeBob.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we always knew him as Dauber, and now he's known as fucking Patrick from fucking SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's his biggest claim to fame.
That's insane.
Moon. That spells Patrick. I gotta give that miniseries another watch. It's been some years.
Stephen King shit is very hit or miss.
Oh yeah. Again, reading the books, that's one thing. Even though he does go, so he's a little wordy at times. Just like if you're into George R.R. Martin and want to know every little morsel of food that's being presented at a table, yeah, it's like, yeah, George goes a little too far into that too. But yeah, King has also given us some of the classics, in the horror genre, and also the non-horror genre as well. Stand By Me.
Some of my favorite horror
Shawshank
films
Redemption.
On his books. Yeah. I mean, Pet Sematary, fucking love. Christine, fucking love. The Shining, fucking love.
Yep.
I mean, Misery, love. Yeah. I mean, I've only read probably 4 or 5 of his novels, and I never could quite get into his writing style.
Okay.
Honestly, the only fiction I even read ever anymore is James Patterson, Alex Cross novels. Because they're just so easy to read. I read mostly nonfiction. I love biographies and shit like that.
Oh, cool. But I will say, I know you mentioned Child's Play. Not Child's Play. No, you didn't mention that. You mentioned Pet Sematary.
Every other episode I mentioned Child's Play, not this week.
Yes, yeah, not this week. But Pet Sematary, I liked the movie, but I remember being like, that book scared the piss out of me. And
Zelda?
What's that?
Her sister Zelda, the mom's sister Zelda, is honestly probably the only thing in a movie that ever terrified the fuck out of me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, no.
Fucking,
I got you.
Yeah, that fucking spina bifida bitch or whatever the fuck she had, dude.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Did you watch the remake?
No, you know what? I still have to watch that one.
It's good, but the ending of the remake I actually prefer over the old one. I won't tell you what it is because I don't even watch it, but the ending of the remake is fucking good. And I don't remember if it's from the book or not, but either way. One other housekeeping thing you mentioned at the end after we were done recording for Flight of the Conchords.
Yes.
We never ranked it.
Oh, I think I ranked it, but
we never mentioned it. We never mentioned it on the episode. Yeah.
Well,
so we should rank that one.
For me, I put it at 26.
Oh wow, okay. 26. How many shows have we covered now? 62? No. What? Yeah. 62? Wow.
Well, yeah, plus also now the new Odd Couple.
Yeah, we'll add that 1 second here. I did add it. Where it is. Okay, I have it at 41. I added Flight of the Conchords at 41, right between That's My Bush and The Critic.
Oh, that's funny. Like at 41 for me is The Critic.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, for me, Flight is right by Bernie Mac, Addams Family, and Three's Company. It's in that zone for me.
And now we need to add the new Odd Couple to this list to make it 63 shows we've covered.
Oh
boy.
Yeah.
Wow. You know honestly, even some of these shows we didn't love, you got to give kind of props to them over a little bit of a rehash, right?
Shit. So this will be 49.
So I think I'm going to put it at 56.
Okay.
And it's right between What's Happening and Clarissa.
Yeah, it's actually a couple below What's Happening for me as well.
Okay. I mean, What's Happening wasn't my favorite show, but it had a lot more interesting characters.
Right. And again, D. One of the best things for that show, they had D.
Yes. So, God, I'm kind of surprised we've covered 63 fucking shows now, Nick.
Yeah. That's kind of scary, but we must forge on and on to the next reboot / spinoff.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't decided what it is yet, but
no, we haven't decided what it is, but here's a question. Has any spinoff ever been rebooted? That's a good question. That's, you know what? We're going to have to do our research.
Yeah, that's a good question.
And while we do our research, where can the good people out there find us?
If you want to find Sitcom My Face, a situation comedy podcast, please look us up wherever you get your favorite podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Sitcom My Face. You can email us, sitcommyface@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Sitcom My Face. You can tweet us at Sitcom My Face. You can find me on all social medias at BidwellFog, BIDWELLFOG. You can find Nick over here on all social media at NetNick191. Anything I missed?
I think that's pretty much covers it, except, you know what? There's one little piece of business I think people have got to do for us.
Is it Sitcom My Face? Yes.
Check. Bye-bye.